Next, it is time for the main message by President Lee Gi-sung. Let's welcome him up with a big round of applause. Hello, everyone. I would like to congratulate everyone who are attending 1318 천심원 Special Vision Devotion. You guys truly came here well. I truly hope that you experience living Heavenly Parent on this place. I truly hope you experience and realize that the spiritual world exists. And I truly hope that you meet true parents with all the authority who give rebirth and resurrection to all entire humanity, both physical and spiritual. Today, Chunshim Choir came out and sang the song Monarch Butterfly, and this Chunshim Choir includes spiritual academy training and attendance workshop. There are about 160. But on May 30th, second cohort of Spiritual Academy, they've been working for a year. But anyways, they had a graduation ceremony. So as they volunteered for a year, there were 14 of them. For fifth cohort, who's been here for 6 months to participate and volunteer, there were 23. And they will be going into. Sorry, there are others who went out abroad to work as a missionary. So they are here to be raised not by us, but by spiritual world. So as we had the graduation ceremony, spiritual world sent this following message. True Father said, "You're living in a golden age of the providential period." The golden age did not just come because of True Parents' victorious foundation. Such golden age was opened. Because you graduated spiritual academy, that doesn't mean you're above anyone else. You have to work at the lowest ground. You should not be arrogant. The reason why you could come here was not because you were because of your own self. You are here because Heavenly Parents sent you here. So you always be grateful wherever you go. So what you learn here is only one part of your life. So you should always empty yourself endlessly. You should pray, cry for heaven, and you should make joy for heaven to feel joy. You should all become such pure water. You should become the role models for second and third gens. You should give impression and hope that, oh, my children can become like you. So all the glory comes out from the heaven. Do not ever forget this. I truly hope that you make your life to live for the heaven. And Hyojinim also shared his words. You pure waters must move forward as you become one with Heavenly Parent. You have to live for the sake of the world. You should go every corner of the place and do missionary work. The love that you receive from Heavenly Parent, you should be able to share that. Your life is a life. Your life must become a life where Heavenly Parents live with you. I truly hope that you live your physical life with full of Heavenly Parents' love. So until you come to the spiritual world, you should have many stories to testify when you when you come to the spiritual world. You should be able to testify about your life filled with true love, to share true love. Our brother Kim Sang-seo, he is truly a happy person because he has a lot of things to testify about. Anyways, Hyungju님 also shared his words.
열심히 움직이고 있다.
Spiritual world is mobilizing very tirelessly in order to work through physical world. We're trying to find pure water who can communicate with heaven. We're trying to restore world through that pure water. So spiritual academic graduation is not the end. It is only a beginning. You have to go out to the world to embrace the world. You have to share true love to other people. Embrace them with true love. So Heavenly Parent will always be with you. So go out boldly with power, with strength, and to move forward. Please believe in the fact that Heavenly Parent will work through you. Tamonim also gave her message. Congratulations, Spiritual Academy trainees. You should go out to the world and witness, and you should share heaven's love to others. Please do not forget what you learn here, and Heavenly Parent will always be with you. Within your life, heaven, you must offer prayer and devotion consistently in order for heaven to be with you. Once your heart falls down for some reason, you should always come back to the spiritual world. You know, when battery runs out in a car, you need to change the battery, right? Just like that, if you cannot feel your heart spiritual any less, then you should always come back to recharge. So faith life must be done throughout one's life until you ascend to spiritual world. So the faith that you inherited from your parents, you should make it to yours. So even if you're walking the dark path, Heavenly Parent will always be with you. So you must believe the fact that heaven is always with you and move forward accordingly.
아주 축하의 메시지를 주셔서
So they have given such congratulatory messages like that. So the center who leads the spiritual world, lead the spiritual academy and spiritual workshop is the spiritual world. So when we recite family pledge, subjective spiritual and objective physical world, in order to unite them, we pledge to strive to make unified spiritual and physical world. But although we pledge, we have to rethink whether we are truly living our life aligned with family pledge. Because it is family pledge, we might be just memorizing it, but we should. If you cannot experience what subjective spiritual world is, there are a lot of people who feel that way. So what's most important is that through 천심원 devotion, you must experience subjective spiritual world. But amongst those who offer spiritual 천심원 prayer, there are people who experience evil spirits. I think there are a lot of people. So when you offer 천심원 prayer and devotion, there were a lot of people who testify about evil spirits. So one of them actually shared this testimony. I don't know, male or female, I'm just going to call her. So I came to training center in order to liberate spirits. So this kind of person is a person who experienced evil spirit working through her. So that is because I met a spirit. You know, in the regular day and on weekdays I study, and weekdays I study at school. On weekends I am a teenage teacher at our church. So I sleep on the second floor of the church in the small room. Whenever I sleep there, I dream the same thing. At first, it began with something just circling around, and something came to me in another dream. And every week, the spirit I met is coming closer and closer to me. I eventually met the spirit, and I was so scared that I dreamed myself running away from the spirit. Even I got sick, and my mental got weaker. because I had responsibility at our church, so I always shouted out that I should not lose. I should be bold and strong, keep the strength. So my condition came back, but I had a foggy heart that I couldn't feel anything. Everything I did was very difficult, and everything I thought was humanistic way. So fortunately, Pastor allowed me to leave for 1 week, so I was able to come to Cheongpyeong, and from Friday vigil up to Saturday 찬양 역사, I shouted out 찬양 and enthusiastically clapped, and I called out 아버지 어머니 as I received ansu. So because of Heavenly Parent, True Parents' love, on the second time of the 찬양 역사 on Saturday, I could feel my body become lighter. So after 찬양 역사, when True Father came out, I suddenly shed in tears, and I couldn't stop crying. Until now, her original body has been searching for True Parents. Because of my foggy heart, I couldn't feel that. But through weekend workshop, I was able to let the fog away. So because of desperate heart that I have toward True Parents, I couldn't stop my tears. It was really difficult for me to endure, but from Friday night until Saturday morning, I was truly amazed how I can become better within overnight. Within just within 2 days. So I was able to feel Heavenly Parent, True Parents' greater love. So through weekend workshop, the love and grace I received, I will share that with friends and brothers and sisters at school and churches. I will become such children. This is a 26-year-old young adult, and she shared such testimony. So when we feel evil spirit working through us, we should realize that spiritual world does exist. And one must realize that the subjective spiritual world that I was living in was subject to evil spirit. So you must liberate all those spirits so the absolute good spirit can work through you and cooperate with you. You should become such person. So you have to put a lot of devotion. So whenever you recite family pledge, you should be able to cooperate with spiritual world and move forward for the providence to fulfill your responsibility. I truly hope that you become such children. Today, centering on 40-day worship trainees and with the members from Cheonan Church, and for the brother sister from abroad, this Cheonsong Wangnim Palace main hall is filled with brothers and sisters, and we're offering Cheonshimon devotion with such atmosphere. I am truly grateful. Heavenly Parent would truly be happy to see you all. So, if there's someone who attend vigil for the first time in this training center, you should be grateful. If you're attending this vigil, 1318 Cheonshimon special vigil devotion, and you move forward with absolute faith, this 1318 Cheonshimon special vigil devotion will be your foundation to offer prayer and devotion and move forward. So you'll be able to connect your heart with Heavenly Parent, True Parent. You'll be able to feel yourself nurturing quickly. So today, about 20,000 places are connected to us, and about 45,000 brothers and sisters are gathered to offer prayer and devotion through both off and online. So when we look at Cheonsong Church, they are maintaining 70 brothers and sisters offering prayer and devotion. They have a small service hall filled with brothers and sisters, and someone University Church, they always keep 70 and more brothers and sisters to offer prayer and devotion. Changwon, Daegu, and Damyang Church offering prayer and devotion. All the churches around this nation, I'm truly grateful that you are gathering your devotion and prayer. In Heavenly Japan, Minami Aichi Church, they have 153 brothers and sisters,
호기를 잡았을 때
when St. Peter sent out the nets to catch fish, he had 150. He caught 153 fish. Just like that, 153 brothers and sisters have gathered to offer prayer. Sendai Church and Nagano Church, they have more than 100 to offer prayer and devotion. In heavenly Japan, all the churches are offering prayer and devotion. I am truly grateful for your devotion and prayer. And from around the world, there are different places coming: the Jordan, Mozambique, Nepal, Slovakia, Kazakhstan, and various other countries have gathered to offer prayer and devotion. From today at Hanshin Church, it is their 300 Chunshimon visual devotion and their offering. And as number of the session you enter increases, you will receive great, amazing work. Yamaguchi Church is also, it's their 300 vigil. Let's give them a big round of applause. Today at Sendai Church, as I look at them, they have 11 brothers and sisters who are attending 40-day workshop at the training center. They have 21 day and one GPP and one Heavenly Top Gun. So total of 15 members are written on their banner and they offer prayer and devotion. I'm certain that they will receive abundant grace and love from Heavenly Parent Japan throughout their workshop. If all the churches in Korea and Japan send at least one person to 40-day workshop, and for big churches, if they send 10, 20 members to join the workshop, the training center will be packed with people. So in the June 20th, where spiritual youth workshop will begin, at Cheonan Church, I believe there are about 12 reserved to join. And I believe there are more people coming in. We still have some time left. I believe from around the world and from this Korea and Japan, we might have to stay here and attend spiritual youth workshop. Aju? So, our second gens who experience living heavenly parent, they do not want to leave, so they begin spiritual academy. Even after 6 months, they don't want to leave. Even after a year, they don't want to leave. They just sit down here and wanted to do more. Anyways, there are those who do volunteers, and there are those who wants to fulfill True Mother's will. So, as True Parents open the Cheononggung, our second and third gens are going out to the world to offer devotion and prayer and their practice. And so, our brothers and sisters, spiritual academy trainees went to Europe and Middle East. You just saw the video of how our brothers and sisters worked there. In Lebanon, for 14 days as they stayed there, they've done their activities. Israel and Palestine, they're at war, and people are suffering there. But next to that, those countries, for 14 days, they offer their volunteer service, and we saw such a moving video. So, you remember how our brother Kim Seok took really hard time to even bring one Catholic church? When we saw the video, we saw people with strange hats. They had Christian, pastor, Muslim, and Islam leaders. I don't know that religion, but various other religions have gathered. And in front of them, our Chunshim volunteers, performed, and the leaders were moved, and they were invited to the church. So such grace occurred, such miracle work occurred. So as they went out, they realized that Christians are our brothers, Islam's brothers and sisters. Islam, they can be peaceful too. How can they be so peaceful? How can they treat us so nicely like that? They were truly moved. And they have formed an atmosphere of brotherhood and sisterhood. This is truly important for our future. And they went to Austria.
철야 기도에 참여.
and they're attending vigil right now.
유럽의 영상에 나오니까 발코 매장이 얼마나
know,
고마워가지고 그냥.
The European video is coming out, and President Volcom sent me a message telling us how grateful he is. So let's give a big round of applause to our European brothers and sisters, and Middle East brothers and sisters in Middle East too.
전 세계가
So all the world,
정하면서
if we are one, we become one with one heart and one will, then all of us will be happy, will be joyful for good news, and all of us will cry for the bad news.
이 천심한
So,
특별
and such place,
전입니다.
such connection can be made through churchman prayer and devotion. I believe
그런 생각이 듭니다.
this is great revival movement throughout the world.
새벽 1시까지 철야 기도하면서 3시간 동안 대부흥일을 하고 큰 마음으로
So throughout the world,
놀라운 역사는
there's such a great work of people gathering for 3 hours to offer prayer and devotion like this.
밖에 없습니다.
This is the only place where Heavenly Parent, true parents are working through it. It's not just once a month thing. We do this every day. It's amazing work. And someone who guiding this vigil is Heavenly Parent and true parents.
절대 선영이십니다.
And absolute spirits are guiding us throughout vigil.
오늘도
So today,
찬양하고 소리쳐 기도하는 거.
you know,
일주일 전부터 준비한
offering
거 아니에요?
praise and
오늘 오전 11시에
offering prayer, we did not prepare this ahead of time. We always plan in this morning, but
라고 하는데 매일같이
we do this almost, and we do this every day like this, because we do vigil every day, so we plan it on the day. We cannot plan it ahead because we do it every day. But despite the fact that we have such short amount of time to plan and proceed, heaven is still moving through us. Heaven is working through us in order to set this. So you should be able to resonate with heaven to feel such grace and love. The fact that we are here to offer prayer and offer this vigil. Brother Lee Jae-myung, he is the Chunshman volunteer team captain. He wrote a letter and share his testimony. So being a team leader is not a good, easy thing. You have a lot of burdens. So as a team leader, when he went out, he realized everything was prepared. They just needed to find righteous people. As he felt that, he received a lot of strength from heaven, and he's moving forward. And as they serve in Europe and Middle East, let us give a big round of applause for our European brothers and sisters, and special spiritualist worship trainees to set holy fire, Holy Spirits to come down to Europe and Middle East. So pray with one heart and one will. Our Korean worship trainees sang this song. Hyojunim composed this song. Hyojunim and Hyunjunim composed and wrote the lyric. This is 58th song of the Modu project. Our Yokoi Vice Director should teach your Japanese brothers and sisters and make lyrics in Japanese too. You should not wait for people to do the translation for you. If you want to sing, you should just translate and sing that song. Our brother Yoon Dong-gyu, Korean workshop trainee, shared his story. That was such a precious story. Korea, Korean men must attend military service. So he took the leave of absence to go to military service, but he didn't receive any notes when to join. And he had such a free time, and he was just playing computer games. And his heart was degrading, going down and down and down. But truly, you came to 40 workshop very well. That was a good choice that you made. He was joining the military service in June 30th. And before that, he came to 40 the workshop, and he offered praise. He did chanyang, and for the first time, he was able to offer prayer in tears. Until now, he was curious about how people would pray as they cry, but he became someone who does that, who offer prayer with tears. So today, the one who's leading the one heart prayer, she is 23 years old. She's a
어린 사람
spiritual academy instructor. Such young person is offering prayer with tears.
들어보세요.
Listen to her very well.
그리고
And
아마
also-
기도하는 모습이 그 영상으로 나올지도 모르니까 누가 저렇게 기도하나 그러면
So the person who's offering prayer will come out to the video. It's okay if you're curious to watch her as she pray.
부담이 많이 될 텐데
And she might feel burdened
사실은 저는
and nervous, but
기도하면
when she prays,
어떻게 저렇게 기도를 할까?
I always wonder, how can she pray like that?
우리 영성 아카데미 우리 훈련
Truly, our churchman instructors' prayer, you should be able to feel how the difference. They pray with such earnest, desperate heart,
무림을 하면서
in putting all their might, putting all their body into this.
여기 우리 보안
Into the prayer.
이재복이라는
There's a brother Lee Jae-bo in a security office at a training center.
그분이
He
천성경을 읽고 또 읽고
He read 천성경 again and again and again,
하늘의 협조를 받아가지고
and he received heaven's cooperation that he became a poet. He never wrote poems before, but as he read 천성경, he became a poet.
첫 번째 내놓은 시
And-
이름이 만부림입니다.
And his first poem, collected poem that he released was
여러분 만부림
using all body.
몸부림도 해야 됩니다.
So you have to use both your hearts and your body when offering prayer. And such
하늘 부모님과 공명되는 만부림
moving your body, putting everything of your heart and body should be
만부림의 공명
a method to resonate with true heavenly parents and true parents' heart and heavenly parents' true parents' body.
만부림의 공명이 되면
And when you resonate with Hyoji님's heart, Hyoji님's body, as you move all your body into your prayer, then you receive Hyoji님's heart. You will see Hyojinim working through you. So
공명돼서 눈물이
as
쏟아지면은
you offer such prayer and devotion and shedding tears as you pray by putting all your heart and body, then that's not sadness. You'll be able to feel spirituality filling up within your heart. Even Christians,
사랑하면서 눈물
as they love the Lord, they offer prayer. No one think of that person as pitiful or unfortunate.
그 이상 기쁜 것이 없다고.
If they see people crying as they pray, that is the most grateful moment. So all of us, as we think to parents, as we offer prayer, the moment when you
행복한 자리입니다.
cry as you offer prayer, that is the happiest moment.
분도 이제 의자에
So-
앉았다고 저한테 인사를 해요. 아이고.
So there, and people in the front, they tell me, they greet me, saying me that, oh, it's so easy to stand up. I really love the chair.
분이 있어요.
There was a person like that, but if you stay in a comfortable place, you'll put less of your heart, less of your body because you feel comfortable. So
300번 넘어가도록 바닥에 앉아가지고
So I always sit on the ground going beyond 1,300. Sometimes my legs get numb, and sometimes I could not even stand.
1,300번을 통과해.
And I passed through 1,300 vigil.
근데 사실은
But
앉아있다 보니까 정말
as I was sitting down, it was really hard for me from time to time. So, but our spiritual academy trainees, our Chunshima staff,
원장님 제발 의자에 앉아.
they were asking me, please, President, please sit down on the chair for your leg. But they've been requesting me, but eventually I had to have the chair. So because of Chunshima staff, you're receiving the benefit too. So,
1,300번까지는 앉아가지고 해봐야
You should sit down and offer vigil as on the ground, but you're receiving such benefit. But despite such hardships that we face, and despite where you might be sitting on a more comfortable seat, you have to realize that you should go into
못 먹고 기도하고
very, very difficult situation where you can resonate with heaven's heart, true parents' heart, forcing yourself into such a hardship. So our brother Kim Sang-seok
모기가 새까맣게 달라져.
shared his story well.
그 참고 기도하고
True father's arm was covered with mosquito, and he was so focused with offering prayer. He went into the state not because he wanted to, but because he had to. So when you look at the photos, true father
그 모습만 바라보면
skin was very dark because he was been fishing.
찾아가서 기도하고 정성.
We must wonder, we must think why true father had to go into such a difficult position.
예, 사실은 이
If true parents suffered and even sometimes put themselves in suffering in order to find that place.
성지, 근원 성지, 승리 성지로
So as they went to Pantanal,
에덴 동산 복귀된 에덴 동산으로
Pantanal is one of the places that will become original Garden of Eden. That's why they selected 3 different holy grounds. And in late 1990s, true parents did not have anywhere to lean on to with their heart.
대한민국의 반대쪽 나라로 가자.
So in Korea,
우루과이로.
so they decided to go to Uruguay, Argentina, Paraguay, Brazil,
거기에 가서
other side of the country, of the world, of the globe, and they advanced their
옛날에
providence.
세계 지도자 총회를 한다고 그래서
You know, a long time ago, there was a event in Uruguay, and all the Korean leaders came too. And at that time,
지금도 생각나.
I still remember True Father being really angry, saying, "Where should we go?"
대만이 잘
At that time,
받으시고
he received report from Taiwan that Taiwan is doing well, and he said, "Should we go to Taiwan?"
좀 이성적인 분이시다 보니까
There's our brother Lee Jae-seok,
막 야단을 하고 난리가 나셔가지고
and he was very
그때 황선조
realistic person. Anyways, he was really had a hard time because True Father was scolding everyone. But at that time, Hwang Sun-jo president at that time shouted to True Father that we will attend you in Korea. So,
돌아오셔가지고
because such condition was met, True parents were able to come back to Korea, and they were able to do a lot of events and advance the providence in Korea.
조국 향토 환원 대회를 하시고 하면서 막
So they held a lot of
전문대학에서도
events.
교양에 잔뜩 모여가지고 연 며칠 계속 축복식하고 난리하고
And there were a lot of blessing ceremony at that time. Even our mistress Park Geun-hyo, she was one of representative couple to receive blessing. Anyways,
참
because of such foundation has been laid, True parents were able to hold the coronation ceremony for God and entrance ceremony of Cheonjeonggung. And finally, this year, the heaven's door was opened through entrance to Cheonjeonggung.
90년대
So,
말 2000년
in late 1990s and early 2000, there were just countless numbers of events. Even we had a Peace Cup, so we had to gather a lot of people. So
여기까지 왔습니다.
it took really long time to get here.
그래서 이제 천국
Such a difficult period. So heaven's door has been opened wide, but what would happen if we don't have any strength to move forward?
포기하고 눈 내려 깔고 아이고
Do you think Satan would give up because heaven's door has been opened? They would cling on stronger. They will move stronger. Did Noah's Ark end after the flood?
노아 할아버지
Satan stuck to Noah and his family
완전히 사탄이
and manipulated Ham
모든 집안을 무너뜨렸습니다.
and took him as Satan's side. So, and also, when Messiah came, the world did not just, the providence did not end.
1차 대전 통해
Jewish and Israelites crucified Jesus,
2차 대전 섭리를 끝내면
and it took another 2,000 years to have only begotten daughter to be born, but Satan never stopped. Satan did everything to intervene with God's providence. Satan put everything
민족 국가 세계
from individual level to cosmic level. True parents were able to set the foundation, and with such foundation, True Father ascended to spiritual world, and new era has opened because of the foundation day. But Satan never stopped. they tried their best to create a negative heart within our heart so that we cannot become one with true parents. And that made true mother to walk alone on this path. After true father ascended spiritual, but finally she was able to enter Cheonwon-gu. But do not ever think that Satan will give up. Satan will come into people in order to destroy this foundation, doing everything he can do. So
홀리마다한과 하나 되기 위해서
all of us must drive ourselves in order to become one with Holy Mother Han. We must offer devotion after devotion, prayer after prayer in order to become one with Holy Mother Han. So the way that we offer prayer, the way we end our prayer in the name of Holy Mother Han,
천심원과 한이 하나 됐는지 안 됐는지 이 구분하는 놀라운 섭리이기 때문에
it is a providence of whether you have become one with True Father or not, whether you become one with True Mother or not, whether you become one with Holy Mother Han or not. It will be a moment of allowing us to realize. So we must embed the words that we just read.
시대는 발전되는데 만족을
While
영적 기반이 없어서
the world is moving and changing, if and spiritual Christians' faith did not offer satisfaction for people, that is why they failed. That was one of the reasons, because they couldn't follow the world. So the world is changing now. We have the infancy period, young teenage period, young adult period, elderly period. So we go through all these different periods of time, and every time is different, and that means the world changes over time, and we should be able to provide enough spiritual satisfaction to people, and such satisfactory spiritual can be offered only through Cheonshimon, where it is True Father's office, where it is True Mother's womb. So in the secular world, religion, they cannot contain people of the world. So they are losing spiritual satisfaction, and they are moving toward materialistic thoughts. And churches are starting to close up. But because we have Cheonshimon, and if we become one with Cheonshimon, every church will receive Holy Spirit's fire, allowing you to revive, allowing you to have desperate heart, allowing your members to have earnest, desperate heart, and people will gather like clouds. So it was really difficult for us to hold Cheonshimon going past 400. Everyone who offered prayer at that time received dream. They had a dream that we won't have enough space to put our shoes. That's how much people would come. Right now we're doing Cheonseong Palace. We should be able to offer Cheonshimon Vigil at the World Center. I proclaimed this before. But we already held Vigil at the World Center 3 times already. Living Heavenly Parent is working through us. It was really difficult to have 10 people offering devotion prayer going beyond 400. But today we see the brother and sister have filled this room, this main hall of Cheonseong Palace. Living Heavenly Parent is here. True Father is here with us. Although True Father is one person, but He can work through every one of us through His own divine power. That is why He can work through every one of us at the same time. If we open such spirituality, True Father, you'll be able to mobilize True Father. We heard a lot of stories already about True Father mobilizing, right? True Father mobilized Himself. Come down. So, if you still have evil spirits working through you, you should mobilize True Father so that you can liberate your evil spirits. You can align yourself with heaven. You must offer with such prayer that True Father, please mobilize yourself to come down, and He will come to you. So please offer such prayer. Thank you. Let us offer another big round of applause to President Lee-sung for giving us a very important message tonight.